Kyle, and welcome to the first episode of Samaritan Athletic Medicine's Move, Feel, and Perform Better video series. Today we're going to talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, the foam roller. I can't believe how many people tell me that they have one of these, but don't really know how to use it. So today we're going to go through a whole body foam rolling series and show you some very important areas to hit with the foam roller, so that you'll be able to feel a little bit better, move a little bit better, and then hopefully that'll translate into your training goals. Okay? So the first thing I like to do is get the glutes. So we're going to sit on top of the foam roller. We're going to cross one leg over top, and I'm leaning to the side that I cross over. And then from there, I'm just going to roll back and forth over kind of the back / outside of my hip. Okay? I like to get about 10 rolls or so before switching to the other side. As you get more and more comfortable with the foam roller, it can almost become a little bit of a diagnostic tool. So I'm going to use it to feel out throughout my body where maybe some trigger points or some sore spots are, and I can spend more time on those. And as I go through and I don't have any sore spots, I can just roll over it once or twice and move on to the next spot. Okay? So, we've done our glutes. We're going to move to the upper back. So I like to have it so it's right below my shoulder blades. My hands will be behind my head, and I'll kind of push my hips up. So from here I'm going to go from the bottom of my shoulder blades up to the top. And I like to get 5 or so rolls with my elbows open. And then I'm going to pull those elbows in. And that ends up getting a different spot, getting those rhomboids as opposed to just kind of the more superficial muscles. Okay? So that's my upper back. You can get 10 rolls. Okay? You can't over foam roll, so if you want more than 10, go right ahead. Then I'm going to get my hamstrings. Okay? So I've slid it under my knees, and then I'll push my butt off the ground. Okay, back and forth those hamstrings. I like to go a few with my toes pointed straight up, and then I'm going to go toes out, and then toes in for a few rolls each. Okay. Then down to my calves. Same idea. Hips up off the ground, rolling back and forth, toes up, and then I'll go toes out. And for me, this is a tough spot. Okay, and then we'll go toes in. Okay, if you ever find a spot that's too painful to roll over, okay, what I like to do is just kind of sit on that spot. Okay, deep breaths, let myself relax into the foam roll. Okay, so that's kind of all the moves on the back of our body. Now we're going to flip over and get the front. Okay, so we're going to get the quads. So we'll start with that roller right above the knees. I'm going to roll up to the hip. Okay. Again, we'll go toes down for a few rolls. Then I go toes out. Okay. Toes in. And then we'll get the sides of the legs, the IT band. This is very painful for some people, so you might want to cross your leg over and take some of that pressure off. Okay? Otherwise you can go all the way, legs right off the ground. So we'll get both sides. Okay? And then I like to go up to the hip flexor. So I'm leaning slightly to the side, and I'm getting right on the front of my hip bone. And again, for me, this is a tough spot. Okay? 2 more spots we're going to hit. We're going to turn the roller up, and we're going to get the adductors. So I want laying beside the roller, hip at 90 degrees, knee at 90 degrees. I got my elbows on the floor, and that's what's going to move me back and forth. I'm pushing into the ground with that bottom foot so that my hips are off the ground. I'm rolling from my knee into my hip. Okay. Again, we get both sides. And then the last one I like to get is another back one. We're going to get more of the lats on the side. So I'm going to put this roller right in my armpit. I'm going to cross my leg over top so I can push my hips off the ground. My palm is facing the ceiling, and I'm just going to roll from my armpit down to my rib cage. Okay, so there you go. Okay, that's getting just about every inch of the body, every inch that might be a little bit sore. Okay, there might be some areas that you can't really get to with the foam roller, and we'll show you in the future some techniques and some other tools that we can use to really work on those muscles.